right. All right, everybody. Uh, what a day. What a week. Welcome back, everybody, to the latest on the headlines and what is going on with both AI and digital assets. Um, so today is going to be a little bit different. Today's going to be a little bit different, but overall the same. We're going to go into some different headlines. Number one, I think one of the major things of today that was seen, it's mainly that Robinhood, like that I saw at least, that I hadn't seen prior, is that Robinhood is not participating, or likely not going to participate. And these are the headlines. Robinhood is no longer not going to participate in the SpaceX IPO. They have been pretty much the primary focus of retail investors for Robinhood's retail investors, like IPOing. Most people or most retail IPOs have been going through Robinhood. The fact that it's not is just showing, I think it's almost saying that higher quality IPOs are willing to go off of the typical distribution platform for retail than lower quality IPOs. And when I say lower quality, like the past year of IPOs hasn't been, I would say, that lucrative for the normal retail investor. And why I say that is because if you participated in any of the Robinhood IPOs, you likely didn't really get, like, those who did get something, you got a very, very small portion of the overall pie, you know? So that's number one. And then number two is that the IPOs last year just didn't really perform. I mean, you see Figma is down 80%. You see, pretty much every crypto IPO is also down as such, right? So the IPO environment hasn't been great. So the fact that Robinhood wasn't able to actually get this IPO, or is likely not going to, as the headlines say, I think is actually a pretty telling sign of the willingness, like, of where everybody else kind of was situated during this time when Robinhood was doing all of these things. It's saying like the kind of the bigger guys aren't as interested in providing Robinhood that foundation. So it's just, I just find it very interesting because that shows that the market isn't pricing Robinhood at the level of distribution that I think a lot of normal people were looking at, right? It was kind of the place to IPO on. If that is no longer the case, I think there is a pretty large short narrative still on this. I wouldn't personally do that. I think Robinhood is a great company. They do a really great job. But I will say this is kind of showing market dominance is coming down quite substantially, at least in this environment. It looks like E-Trade will be the ones to be hosting the SpaceX IPO. And I think that's almost like a canon event if done properly for E-Trade. I know that pretty much every new investor nowadays is on Robinhood. Some use E-Trade and some use other platforms, but in the United States, a majority of the retail investors on Robinhood and investing in Robinhood. If E-Trade is really able to take away that flow at all, it almost, like, you really start to question where Robinhood's position is in the retail market if they can't get the hottest IPO. Why would my funds only be there, right? So I think that's pretty important to think about during this time, especially with all these new IPOs coming out. it's almost like, if you moved, is E-Trade, if E-Trade is a stock, I don't even know if it's, who owns E-Trade? Oh, Morgan Stanley. Okay. Morgan Stanley owns, they're likely underwriting it. Down 1%. Oh, the overall market is down. I mean, the Nasdaq down 80 bips. The Dow is actually up. I do think the Dow, out of everything going on, the Dow is certainly, like, I think one of the more lucrative things to invest in. The Nasdaq, like, what percentage of the Nasdaq? Every day I go through this. What percentage of Nasdaq is like text or software, like SaaS? Let's just take a look, because I think you can argue that market cap, like, it is going to come down. Like, I don't think you can argue otherwise. So you got to be careful. So wow, only 4%. Well, what is the Nasdaq mainly composed of by industry? I just think that tech in general, like, anything to do with software, you need to be really, really, really cognizant of where you're putting your money. Mix of 9 financial companies spanning those industries. Meaning SaaS. What is the? What are the top industries in the QQQ? You have NVIDIA, you have, NVIDIA, Alphabet, AMD, EA Sports, Palantir, Broadcom, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, NVIDIA. I think a lot of these are fine. I would say a lot are not. So I think you can argue that Google is going to do well. The other ones are unsure. Even I think Palantir is doing a good job, but when you talk about, artificial intelligence, like these companies that are saying that they're artificial intelligence and they're not, even Palantir is not saying artificial intelligence, because if you're saying that you're an artificial intelligence firm and you're not a foundational model, I think this is, or the compute behind it, I think it's a big deal. Like, it's a big deal that if you are saying that and that's not the case, I think that's tough. Like Broadcom. Why is Broadcom as AI? Like, I don't know if I would say that. But at the end of the day, got to be careful about tech in general. Even NVIDIA. I don't think there is this idea of just infinite, right? And the infinite value creation of AI. And I think that's possible. But really got to be careful with picking winners here. And you got to be careful with, if you're picking the winner and they get crushed by some new player, like that's what's going to happen. Like, a lot of these companies are going to get crushed. So, I mean, I think it's good to try to find the next winner. I will say I think Anthropic is certainly the best horse in this race at the moment. Just from, like, the people that are building. OpenAI, is kind of a little bit behind, but generally we're seeing, and same with Grok, you're seeing them kind of restructure. but we'll see how this goes. It's a tough market to invest in, knowing that there's companies that are in the current market that are well known and getting disrupted, and you don't know where they're going to be in 10 years. You know where Coca-Cola is going to be. You know where they are. They're going to go with inflation, right? So Coke. Like, you know where these guys are going. Okay? There's nothing's going to get impacted by Coca-Cola. Or nothing will impact Coca-Cola. It's going to continue to go there. So there are good companies. That would argue the Dow is kind of the thing to invest in. And I think that there's obviously been a narrative of the rotation of software into robotics and things like that. I think robotics is early, and you're not going to see real kind of commercial grade revenues, sustainable revenues for quite some time. So I think it's a little early to decide that to be the case. And in fact, even just like NVIDIA, who did gaming in 2010, 2015, it might not be so easy to pick out who is the winner here. So that is the case, right? Anyway, so Nasdaq down 80 bips, Dow is up 11 bips, and the S&P is down 40 bips. The VIX is also down. So the market is definitely still volatile overall. The Nasdaq was up in the morning. If we look at our different stocks, Meta we've been consistently short for the past few weeks, which it's definitely taken a massive hit. Separately, if we just go to our digital asset stocks, Circle also is coming down from its little pump to 130. So it's down pretty substantially from that all-time high that was driven from the war. It was driven from the hope on the Genius Act, which is now getting delayed, and different narratives that we're not actually going to be able to get yield off of stablecoins. Separately, Bitcoin also is taking quite a dip. I mean, I think people got really excited when it hit 74. And again, that was the same kind of narrative as Circle. It's this decentralized currency, which you can use throughout wars, et cetera, et cetera. And then you see Russia being opening up their oil and the U.S. taking off their sanctions. So you almost are like, okay, this is really getting impacted by things that you have no interest. Like, there's no ability to really forecast what is the next move here, aside from the thought that the war is going to be longer or shorter. Separately, there has been a change in the way that people are looking at the economy. The last Fed meeting, that was I think that was 2 weeks ago. The last Fed meeting basically showed that the economy, and I think everybody can agree with this, everybody with a job is kind of just operating. You can't really buy a home because it's too expensive, but it's operating. It's still very low unemployment. Prices generally are pretty low. You saw oil come up, but that's an event, right? It's not something the Fed looks at structural issues. And so they're looking at this and they're saying there's no structural issue with the economy. There's a hiring freeze, essentially. And I think that hiring freeze over time will get worse and worse and worse. And essentially, it will make the layoffs, it will actually make the layoffs, in my opinion, it will make them worse. Even though that they're pausing hiring now, you're just seeing the ability for the workforce to get stretched, especially with AI, the new tools that you have. So you're seeing this pause in hiring and basically a complete freeze in the market. I really think that's going to continue to happen and get worse. And that's really where we're going to get hit, is the fact that when you get it, this is steady state, right? There's no like structural issue with the economy. People are spending money. But the hiring freeze is something that I think a lot of people are going to lose their leverage, and you're going to continue to see that happen, especially with younger people and the C D level employee, which they'll just be quickly out of the workforce. So anyways, that's the overall bid on the market. It's down a little bit, but overall choppy. You're seeing the pound is also down. Forex is currently down, which means the dollar's up, and so on and so forth. So there you go. There you go. A little bit over. Also, I found this interesting. So there's been this narrative that institutions can't own, I believe, single family homes. Oh no, sorry, never mind. But Polymarket just announced this. Blackstone is launching a hedge fund for multimillionaires only, open to investors with at least $5 million. This is the reason why I presume that they're doing this, which is engagement farming, is because their private credit funds, which were open to retail investors, are having basically run on the banks right now, and they are freezing withdrawals, and those freezes can be there for many years. Those are long dated funds. So the idea behind this is that Polymarket is announcing this, thinking that the market is going to take a shit on Blackstone essentially because they're not opening up to retail because retail is pulling in all their funds from their funds. So that, accredited investors and things like that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, this is pretty known. Kalshi's revenue is about 30 to 40% of their revenue is coming from Robinhood, who is actively taking them out of their structure. So, Kalshi, I don't really quite understand the whole Kalshi and Polymarket situation. For people putting money in, it just seems like they're on the precipice of getting regulated at the wazoo. And then outside of that, the fact that they're losing, people are just creating their own prediction markets. There's nothing different about them than a normal market. So it does feel very peakish for prediction markets, but I do think that it's nascent. It's nascent. So the fact that it's operating is novel, and it over the long term, I'm sure they'll continue. But I think right now it's a very frothy market, and I will say that gambling and alcohol consumption does go up during recessions. So maybe that's what they're betting on. But it's something to think about as you're looking at these prediction markets, whether or not you would invest or not. But Kalshi did raise that $20 billion valuation round last week, so obviously someone is betting against me. The other thing is that Anthropic is continuously launching new products. Right now, they launched basically OpenClaw for Claude Code. We'll take a look at this. So for those that aren't aware of the situation here, which is essentially OpenClaw is this ability to connect many different things or tools that are on your computers and have them to be automated across different platforms and things like that. So Anthropic released a very similar thing that just takes control of your entire device if you tell it to do anything. It's been pretty well known that there's massive security issues with this. But it is opening up. It's opening up our minds to this kind of automation, um, and it's almost that you would argue that the entire computer itself needs to be reimagined, which is a very strange thing to think about, which is like a computer as of itself, like it's created, like the UI is created for a human to interact with the screen and be able to click buttons and do certain actions and things like that. And you just kind of think to yourself, like in a scenario where you're able to say something and do it and have it done for you, where does that UI go? Right? Like where do we see the desktop go? I think people really do like video games and things like that, but when you think about what is the purpose of dashboards, it's really just to interact with the data to do actions. And that's going to get quickly disrupted. So we're going to see some like really brand new, amazing technology that is going to look like an alien. Like you're going to have no idea how it's working, what it's doing. It's going to be extremely fast. So it almost does. It almost, when you look at this, it does beg the question whether or not computers will actually be reimagined. Their operating system is actually not necessarily like the current operating systems. Are they really built for this type of UI? I would almost think that browsers, and I think that's where Perplexity was going when they were looking at Chrome. But browsers as well, I think are could be a large disruptor of like, again, disrupted again. Anyways, just things to think about. And then separately, we're going to take a quick break from all of this, and we're going to go into one of my favorite parts of the year. Which is National Burrito Day. I wanted to say this. I actually want. I waited. Oh, we're looking at Broadcom. I waited to do this because I want to do it live. National Burrito Day. Chipotle, which I think you can do some. Like getting hungry. I've been doing this intermittent fasting where you basically eat like once and with a small meal during the day, and you end up just getting super hungry. So unlockaburrito.com today.com. Let's see. Free burritos for a year. Buy one, get one free. Free double protein on an entree. Let's see what we got here. Well, I'm definitely Gallic@gmail.com. Okay. Unlock the burrito vault by guessing the exact order combination. Move the dial left or right to browse each ingredient category. Some may have more than one selection. You get 4 attempts to guess the correct combo. Each attempt you will only have to modify the incorrect ingredients. Good luck. Each attempt you will only have to modify incorrect ingredients. I'm not sure why I need to read that twice, but we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go with a burrito bowl. I'm not sure what we're doing here, but white rice. No beans. We don't do any beans. I'm not sure if what the rules are here, but protein. We're going to go chicken. Yeah, we'll double it. I'm just doing my normal order, which is like ridiculous. Fresh tomato salsa. Corn. I mean, this is a fireball. Romaine lettuce, cheese, fajitas, sour cream. Yes, if you're watching this, you're like, dude, this is insane. I agree. This is what I do. Next, we'll do some guac. What is this? This is queso and then cilantro lime. I don't think I've ever had that. Wow. Okay. I don't even know what this is. We should just ask. Oh my gosh, we should just ask. We're asking Gemini. Wow, we should have done that. What are we doing? What are we doing? All right, hold the phone. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. We're gonna guys. I don't know what we're doing here, but we're gonna try doing this. Basically, we're gonna have Gemini, and I'm gonna go to my I need to switch. One second. I'm going to add another source so you can see my other browser. Video capture, window, display capture. Okay. Oh, sorry about that, everybody. We are going to turn this off. Okay. So now you see both my browsers. And you're going to be able to say, we're going to go. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go to Gemini. And we're going to say, we're playing, take a look at Chipotle's game for Burrito Day. Okay. So what is the actual game? This is probably not going to work because we messed up the first time so poorly. You get 4 attempts per hour. Okay. 4 attempts per hour. Speed is key. Oh, interesting. So you have to do it. You get a new code every hour. So I wonder if the top of the hour. Okay, so it's going to reset in 10 minutes. Oh, wow. This is good. Okay, so let's do this. So I'm gonna take in. Okay, what are the ingredients? What are the ingredients available at Chipotle? I mean, if this works, that would be hilarious. Okay, so we got that. And now I'm basically putting the screenshot of what happened. This is... Okay, so now I have the selected combo. Try burrito. Oh, here we go. Double chicken was wrong. Salsa and corn was correct. Move the sour cream and lettuce to. So I'm curious, what is partially correct? Okay. No, there's no change in the sequence. The sequence is the same. Sour cream, lettuce, and fajita. Correct. I feel like I should have like 5 people doing this at the same time. All right, here we go. We're gonna try burrito. Next. Okay. Brown rice. Next. Pinto beans, baby. Come on. Double steak. They got to do double something because they love this like double stuff. Next is correct. So we got that. That was huge. And now hold up. So no, this is slightly correct. So hold up. Slot 6. Lettuce, cheese, fajitas, sour cream. So you swapped everything with X. Keeping the green item exactly where it belongs. No, you're not moving. It's not. No, I have to select ingredients. The order of selection doesn't change. Sorry, does not change. Oh, I didn't even know you did that. Okay, here we go. No. Toppings is 7. Toppings is 6. Queso, guac are 7. By the way, we can do this. We can do this in the next. You can't switch the slots. Well, we gotta change. This is fast reasoning. We're not doing fast. This is ridiculous. We're doing pro. Enough of this BS. Enough of this. We need full thinking capacity for this. Okay, cheese and lettuce. I like that. Oh, incorrect. Oh, so it gives you the other ones? It tells you? Three. Oh, so it gives you one. Okay. Interesting. So we'll take out fajitas. And we're gonna go with queso because like I just think that's probably what they're doing, especially if you don't do sour cream. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, we got rice. We got rice. Okay, all right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Guys, we're I don't know if we're gonna be able to get this. All right. maybe it's freaking tacos, man. God damn it. Ow. Okay, okay. So tacos. We're gonna go with tacos next. We're good on the brown rice. No beans. Oh no, we already did no beans. So we're gonna do black beans next. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, we're just gonna do regular. We're just gonna do regular chicken. Cause I think we doubled it. Why is it partially correct? Why is it yellow? Okay, now we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Um, Carnita, screw it. We're good on this one. We're not good on this one. So I think we're just gonna go all of these. And we're going to go with, I mean, I've never had this before, but cilantro lime. Oh boy. Oh boy, we have 2 minutes. We have 2 minutes before the top of an hour before it resets anyways. So we got to get this. We got to do it already. Oh crap. All right, so I guess it was a salad. It was a salad. I mean, who the hell gets a salad? Next. Next. 1 minute left. I think we're going to do chicken. None. Submit. Wow. Each hour. Okay, so I wonder if we can, if we return in 1 minute, can we actually get this? We're gonna try it again. Hopefully we can do another one. Um, wow, this is interesting. Actually, I haven't seen this, but this makes a lot of sense. Construction spend 35% of the time on non-optimal activities, 65% spent on optimal activities, 14 plus hours lost a week. They're basically saying that construction workers are the least efficient out of all the population. Therefore, robots are. This is ripe uh, for adoption. Wow, crazy. Let's see if we can. All right. So supposedly this unlocks at the top of the hour. Uh, each hour, come back soon. Oh, interesting. So I wonder. I guess you can do it every hour. Oh, you just gotta try a different account. Let's see. Can we do it? Can we do it on a different account? I'm gonna do it. Oh, you gotta sign up. You should. I mean, honestly, you just continuously make new emails and just cycle through them and have Claude just do it for you. Chipotle, Claude, code. Let's see if anybody's doing this. Oh man, I would love to do this. Anyways, we're not gonna get into it now. But anyways, everybody go to Chipotle, see if you can get a free burrito. I think that would be fun. At me if you find anything. Um, but I also the last thing I kind of before we go into the different things is that I wanted to go quickly into just like the AI discussion of just like freezing jobs and where we are with it. The other wow, the other part of this is the fact that the Sora video platform shut down, burning $1 million per day. So okay, this is one of those things where you you're looking at what is happening and the quote or the tweet from Michael Burry the other day. I think this is where it really comes down to it. Um, Michael Burry has been infamously talking about the idea that oh my gosh, I didn't, um, the idea that there's like this monetization mirage, and What? Anyways, should we just? I feel like, we should. I feel like we should just try creating an agent that unlocks National Burrito Day. Maybe we'll do that after this. I'm just gonna try it out. Anyway, I think that would be fun. Anyway, so the one thing that Michael Burry has been talking about is this monetization mirage, which is the inability for these AI companies to actually monetize what they are doing, because the next person that comes out, he's basically saying that everything will come down just to the compute cost. There's nothing more. Like, everything else is basically when people are just putting down this level of intelligence, when they're giving you generalized intelligence for this cheaply, then the ability to monetize anything thereafter is impossible. Like, and I think that's I like it, like for software, for services, for things like that. Like, it's just speeding things up. So I think let's just actually ask. I want to understand, like, what the actual thought behind this is. Everything assumption that massive spending will eventually turn into sustainable revenue and free cash flow. Yes. Yeah, basically, like, this insane amount of spending that will actually have dollars and cents from it. I think people have to spend. They're literally saying they have to. And they're not seeing the monetization. But also, too, the fact that it's making it's making everything so cheap that it's like it's going to be hard to it's literally going to be hard to monetize anything. If nothing has a moat, if there's robotics, like, there's nothing that you can charge for. The only thing that you can charge for is the actual thing itself. Or just like the person that gets that gets the end consumer before everyone else. So distribution and things like that is super important. But it like, if you're not pricing down to the lowest the lowest dollar value, I think it's going to be hard to argue the value of anything within tech, outside of, like, tech. Like software specifically. But hardware, I don't agree with this. I think that people are just starting to understand what the implications of this are. But I will say that the insane amount of spending on data centers is hard to justify, given the fact that no one really knows how to use AI. And so, you don't really have, like, in my opinion, these foundation companies are incentivized for inefficient spending of AI. So it's almost like they're just going to inflate the market and compute, whereas, like, you don't actually need that much. So I think that might happen going forward. But now, separately, I wonder if anybody's saying anything in the chats. I haven't said anything. So I think that might happen going forward. But let's see if unlock. I want to see if this is open back up. Give me the sauce. No. I'm literally going to sign up for another account. We're going to try this again. I wonder if Moe's or anybody else like that. Moe's National Burrito Day. Oh, you know what are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Why don't we pull up Claude Code? Claude freaking Code. Oh my gosh! You know what? Screw it. Screw it. You guys want to see some crazy? You want to see some crazy stuff? So I think one of the interesting things is that I'm using, like, just in terms of the setup that I'm using to code and do things. I'm using a combination of Cursor and Claude. This is gonna kill my systems. I need a different laptop if I'm actually gonna code this. Pull up National Burrito Day deals. I'm gonna do the research for you. Buy one get one free for reward members on April 3rd. Huh. Interesting. $2 burritos with a $15 purchase. Rubio's Qdoba. Wow. Qdoba has a good one. Free burrito or bowl with a purchase of an entree and a drink for reward members. Not bad. Yeah, sure. You know, I do think that there could be some this is pretty crazy. Qdoba? Free burrito bowl with the purchase of an entree and a drink for rewards members? That's pretty decent. That's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. I'm a little pissed that they didn't allow me to do this again. You know what? Screw it. We're gonna sign up. I'm gonna do it on the side. Play now. 1 second, I'm doing this. We're doing this right now. Hold up. Okay. All right. I got another one. Give me a second. We're gonna hit it again. One moment, everyone. 87599. No. All right. Round 2, baby. Round 2. Not now. Okay. All right, round two. You guys ready for this? Ask Gemini. Oh, nice. I don't even have to do this. I can just open it up on the. I personally didn't even know that you could have, um, this. 1 second. All right, play now. Look at the options and choose one. All right, burrito. No way. All right, next. Rice. Oh, white rice. Okay. Next. It's going to be like a generic burrito bowl. We're going to go with black beans. Come on. Yeah, black beans. It's funny. It's probably not. It's probably shooting. It's probably going. It's probably using like the most normal one, and they're like not even doing that. Choking. Okay. Okay. I like that. Fresh. It's actually creating quite a nice bowl, I will say. Um, wait, there's more. There's more. There's more options. No, you're not gonna do two. You're not doing two. We'll do corn. This is making me hungry while I'm doing this. So I mean, we gotta do lettuce. Who doesn't do lettuce? How about now? Cheese, veggies, and sour cream. What are you, nuts? Fine. Fine, we're gonna do it. I mean, that's an absolute psychopath. All right, once more. This is honestly, I take it back. This is a psychopath. They're saying double it up, bro. That's crazy. Actually, this is nuts. Wait a second. 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 Is this the most efficient? I, I I'm almost positive this is not the right way to do this. It will tell me. Shouldn't I choose like two at a time? I don't think this is it's not efficient, but it's not the most effective. Like you should be using like if you have four options at each time, then you should be like choosing I think you should be choosing two or three or four. And it will tell you yeah, this is what you need to do. You need to choose like multiple ones. Can I go back? Oh, you can't go back. That's so stupid. All right. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. I don't like this side thing. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. But we have it. Wow. We actually might get this. Go back. Go back. New one. Hey, I'm on live stream right now. I'll be back. I'll talk to you in a second. I'll talk to you in 10. Okay. So we're gonna retry it. Okay, so entree is wrong. All right, we'll do bowl. Well, I mean, shouldn't we do two? I think you should do two. Oh, can you only choose one? All right. All right, we'll do one. We'll do one. Okay, so we only got one. We'll do brown rice. We'll do beans. I think you could do anything. There's not that many. So like you can get through that. We got it partially correct, so you double it? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Can you do half? I think you have to do double. So this is fresh salsa and corn. So maybe we just do all three. God, this is so tough. This is so tough. So tough. Like there's so many ways to go about doing this. I mean, we could be partially correct for a lot of these. Incorrect was. Oh, so it will tell you you're incorrect. What are we doing? If it's going to tell you you're incorrect for one, then you. What? What? You should do all of them. Like, what are we doing? Take them all off. Take them all off. We're taking them all off. I guess they are telling you which ones that you shouldn't do, so you got to go back. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay. All right. All right. The guac. Okay. 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 I'm so confused at the. Can you do half with these things? All right. Well, this is crazy. No beans. Fine. Next. I'm thoroughly confused by this. Oh, choose up to two. All right. I feel like you gotta do steak. You gotta do steak. If you're gonna do chicken, you gotta do steak. Okay. Next. Okay, we were incorrect for that one. So we're just gonna do 2. We're just gonna do 2. We're not gonna mess around. We're gonna do 2. Okay, 2. Wow. Okay. Oh boy, dude. Wait, is this the last one? Oh, this is attempt 4. Oh no. I feel like I'm ready for the next one, but like this is messed up. Oh. All right, so there's half chicken, half carnitas. Next. All right, so now we know. I think you just gotta click them all, and it will tell you which ones are wrong. Oh my gosh! God damn, dude, it's so hard. It's so freaking hard. What are we doing, dude? What are we doing? All right. So I think what we found out there was you gotta click them all. You gotta select them all, and after you select them all, then you once you select them all, then you'll get um, they'll tell you if you're wrong or not, and then once you see that because it's like 4 times, then the only 2 is like the meat and the other one. So you have to. I wonder if this is already. It's probably out there. How to win. This is stupid. What? You know what? No way. No way. No, dude. Oh my gosh. Wait a second. Wait a freaking second, dude. Oh man, dude. They already had. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, so just scour the internet for people that are getting it correct. Did anyone get it? God, that's terrible. That's terrible. Let's say. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh my gosh, you got to use 2 accounts. That's what you got to do. Oh, you can't. Oh, okay, I got it. You can't. You only get one. You only get one. Wow, that's the move. All right, so the move is the wow. I'm such an idiot. The move is you have 2 accounts, and that's where you go. Damn, dude. I should have. For everybody who's on here, you now have the ability to go try it out. Somebody tell me what it is. And hold up. Sorry. And that's where you go, damn. Hold up. Okay, all right. Here we go. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. All right, so I'm going to take a screenshot if everybody gets it. I wonder if it changes. Does it change for everybody? Blurry AF, but. All right, so there's half chick. Damn, fellas. Damn. Damn. Oh gosh. Anyways, in other news, we are we're gonna take a look at our most recent stack. I will say, the only thing that you could have put money on for the past 3-4 months and made money is our pre-IPO technology portfolio. Holy crap! This thing is absolutely rips. It's been it literally like. There's nothing. If you bought this back in December, you would be up 100 in December, or actually this is November. You would be up 108%, and this was actually made beforehand. But we have new pricing, and it's up 67%. 67%. That is just like ungodly. Literally ungodly. So I will say, if you're looking to park some cash, this is definitely, it's just insane. Wait a second. Yeah, this is my current. I wonder when I bought in. I think I bought in a little bit earlier. But I'm up 20% on Anthropic. Oh my gosh! Now I will say I had some secondary guys reach out to me, and they were saying that Anthropic you could go buy in the secondary market at $650. Oh my god! Wait, I'm just trying to take this in. Yeah, yo, this is actually insane. Anthropic on chain is getting valued at $850 billion. This you arguably shouldn't buy this. I mean, like, I'm just telling you I'm not saying this is financial advice, but like, arguably, like, that's a 30% premium to the mark valuation, which is 650. So basically, it's valuing OpenAI at $1 trillion, Anthropic at 850 billion. Now let's take a look at Hype, because they have their HIP3 accounts, which you can go see what Anthropic's at, which is at 618. So yeah, like you can buy it. I believe the 618 is like at $1 billion. So wow, that token price is insane. That actually is wild. Let's just take a look at SpaceX as well. Very high. It's very illiquid. I'm curious as to why it's so illiquid. Like, why these aren't being traded more? Probably because there's no, you can't see what's going on. But the premium on these things are crazy, crazy. You're probably getting it rinsed if you buy it, like, which is like kind of crazy. But yeah, the premium on these are wild. I mean, I will say this shows you the demand though. The demand for these stocks are so high that it's leading to a 30% premium. It's literally a secondary market fee. So this shows that the costs are getting like absorbed. These secondary fees are getting absorbed, but just by the mark price on the premium. Yet SpaceX and Anthropic on Hyperliquid don't seem to have the same premium. So that's odd. That's odd. The open interest here is pretty crazy. I would say 1.5 trillion. They're saying they're going to open up at 1.75. So, depending on where this actually opens up, we'll see where this comes out. Kalshi is currently sitting at 17 billion, but they raised at 20. This is all very strange. The mark valuation is at wow. Yeah, the mark price is at 444. Which is 650. This is the current secondary market. So I will say this implied valuation at 850 is wild. That's a wild scenario. But I will say that they certainly have the highest amount of volume, like no question. Circle stock seems to have a lot as well, but overall they are definitely at the top of the rung. The other different commodities, let's just see how the on-chain commodities are looking at. Silver up 2%, so it's interesting that silver is high. I mean, it hit 120. I remember watching that and just being like, "Oh my gosh, what is happening?" And then separately, our daily stacks have been performing pretty well. I mean, last week we hit a stack that went up 35%. Let's look at a stack today. It actually went up to 1.8. Overall, I will say trading in a down market has been, I think for a lot of people, something that isn't really going too well. So, I know for myself, I've kind of taken a step back. Just wait for the markets to do what they're doing. But yet, it's good to have these kind of these automated portfolios coming together. If you're looking to get exposure to any of the top performing assets on the day, these are certainly the best way to do it. And I think as the environment picks up, you could see this really start, becoming a lucrative way of investing, which is basically just investing in every performing asset on the day. So I think that could be a lot of fun, and we'll see how they do perform. I think these times are always crazy, and even, I mean, this is something that we were looking at, which was, if you just take a look at the performance of, traditional assets versus crypto assets, traditional assets aren't doing that great, right? Crypto's actually outperforming them. This is evidenced by our SAC wars, where DeFi UB26 and Noah DeFi Club, these are highly concentrated to metals as well as just crypto in general. And they're outperforming the market by a good 5 to 10%, right? Stacky is Google, Microsoft. They do have some Meteor and things like that. But even Microsoft is down 10%. So, I do think that a good mixture of these different narrative plays is truly showing alpha on the market, right? Like, it's definitely outperforming. So this was made about a month ago, and actually it doesn't look terrible. I mean, it doesn't look terrible for getting in there. It's relatively stable, I would say, but down from January for sure. For sure. Oh, man. I'm excited for the week, though. I think it's going to be a good week for the markets. I think it's going to be like, I think you're going to start seeing some, like, it's going to have wicks down. It's going to be crazy, but overall, it's good to see things like, nothing crazy going on. Like we were seeing things like IBM. I wonder where IBM is now. We're seeing IBM take 20-30% hits. That was crazy. I'm actually slightly like still weirded out by that. No, I'm looking for IBM. Yeah. Wow, it's coming back down. Okay. So it had a wick down to 222. Definitely something to look at, but this is a dog right now. They were supposed to be like the forefront of quantum, but they really haven't gone too far. Let's take a look at Intel as well. I haven't seen Intel, or haven't looked at Intel in quite some time. They're at 41. Yeah, so we're definitely cooling down. I mean, Intel was at 23 when the U.S. government invested in them. They're currently at 41. I think these are the ones that you want to take a look at and you want to gauge, where they are. Like once Intel kind of loses its gains, you're basically saying that the market has pretty much, lost everything from the hype cycle of AI. Like there's not this is like a long-ended company. Basically saying, guys with companies that have the ability to do manufacturing and things like that, we're going to invest in their future and eventually the hype dies away, right? So I think this could be a market signal. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there, but like watching stocks like Intel or IBM, the ones that really got crushed, and looking at their just the way that they perform over time, I think is probably a good way to look at this. Now, CBRE is showing what IBM will likely look like because they fell in a really very, very similar way, like super, super similar, like down 30-40%. They came up and then they started kind of like sitting here. IBM, let's just take a look at IBM and see how they. These are old companies, right? These are ones that have a material point of disruption, almost mirroring what they're doing now. IBM had an even steeper drop, but they both leveled out around the same. It does seem like these trade very much in the. I'm not sure why, but maybe it's their investor base that's selling and buying. But very odd. Very strange, but IBM and CBRE, why would they be correlated in any way? Like we're talking about like within 3 bips. I mean 3 points, like with it's almost like this is a leading indicator. No, I don't know. I'm just looking at the screens if anybody's wondering what's happening. But it looks like, again, these are older companies. This is back in February. I'm just trying to understand like why these would be somewhat correlated in some way. But they're just older companies that are getting disrupted. Very similar charting. Very similar charting. All right. Well, guys, listen. This has been a fun hour. Obviously, I wish you all best of luck for the Chipotle burritos. I don't know if anybody responded. No, they didn't. But if anybody's interested in getting that and letting me know what they got, I would be very curious. Use some. This is real DeFi. Real DeFi. Anyways, everybody have a great rest of their day. I will see you all tomorrow.